Xavier, you guys haven't been underdogs too often this season. Is that something you think about, motivating factor for this game?
Nah, not really. We just go out there and play the game and have fun and compete. We can't worry about being an underdog and different things like that. We just got to go out there and compete.
Go here in the front row, please.
Karen Kraus, New York Times. A question for Xavier. Why was it so important to you coming out of high school to play in what was then the Pac-10? Why did you overlook this school and others for that?
Well, during that time, the Pac-12, well, it still is, one of the best conferences in America. So I just wanted to compete at the highest level, and that's one of the reasons why I chose there. And plus, Tony Bennett was the coach in there before he had left, and he recruited me. And he's a great coach. You see what he's doing at Virginia. So those were the two main reasons why I committed to Washington State.
Go back right here with the top.
Hey, Paul Cicala, News 4, NBC, Tucson, Arizona. Dwayne, talk about how excited you are that you're getting an opportunity this time around. It's the second time for the team as a whole, but getting this opportunity to play Arizona.
I'm very excited, and it's not even about just playing Arizona. I'm just excited to be in the Sweet 16 itself, no matter who we be playing. So, I didn't play in the first matchup, but, it's the second time around. I'm going to go out, bring a lot of energy to the game, try and pump my teammates up, try and pump the crowd up. So, I'm just excited this go around.
Go ahead right here.
Josh, when you decided to come to San Diego State last year, is this kind of what you dreamed of? I mean, is this even better than what you dreamed of?
Oh, it's even better. I wanted to make it to the tournament, be around a great group of guys and coaches, and everything's been working out so far.
I see you right up here. We'll go right up front again.
Karen Kraus from the New York Times again. If all three of you could answer this, since you're all transfers, but start with Dwayne. When you were in high school, did you have this feeling there was only one right road to take? And has your experience here maybe opened your eyes that as long as you play well, there are a lot of different ways to get to your goal?
Well, when you're in high school, you want to play in the best of the best, coming from a marquee school like Westchester, and you want to play a top competition every night. But, coming to San Diego State, yeah, it really did open my eyes because even in the non-conference, we played a tough schedule. Conference is tough, and now we're in the tournament, Sweet 16, where, we still playing a tough schedule. So, it's not all about really going to the big school. It's about going to the right school.
Josh?
Kind of growing up, I wanted to, play in the ACC, living in Raleigh. That's everybody's dream coming from my area. But coming to San Diego State opened my eyes. We still had a tough schedule, like Poe said. It's a great place to be, especially playing under Coach Fisher. Your dreams can come true from anywhere.
Xavier?
Yeah, kind of similar to what they said. Growing up, as a kid, you want to play in the Pac-10. You see all the Arizonas, the Washingtons, and different teams like that. Me growing up on the West Coast, I wanted to play in the Pac-10. But coming here to San Diego State, it's been fun. This is a big family here. I'm just glad I came here after leaving Washington State.
We're all the way in the back on the right.
Dwayne, Coach was talking about the first few weeks of the season, the Arizona game, and how you handled that situation. How difficult was it for you to sit and watch, and what do you think was the real difference maker in terms of getting you on the floor?
It was real difficult because, I'm a competitor. So, I love the game, and nobody takes sitting out in an important game easily. So, it was hard, but I just kept working on my game, just kept working hard in practice, getting with the coaches, just trying to do whatever I had to do to get on the court. And, I just want to bring energy, whether it's on offense, defense, whatever I need to do, rebound, guard the best player, or make a three. Whatever I got to do, I'm going to do it.
Go right here on the aisle.
Yeah, Beth Harris, AP. I have a question I'd like all three of you to answer, but start with Dwayne. The National Labor Relations Board today ruled that Northwestern football players can create the nation's first college athletes union. And I'm wondering what each of you might think about possibly having a union represent you.
Well, I'm not too familiar with it, but, if it's going to benefit us in a positive way, then I'm all for it.
I'm not familiar either, but I'm definitely open to that option. So we can look more into it.
Yeah, kind of same thing. They said. I'm not really familiar with it, but whatever. Just like what they said, we just focus on Arizona right now.
What would you want from your unit?
Can we hold a conversation? Let's keep this on the game for tomorrow, and if we have time at the end, we can go back to this topic. We're going to go right here in the front row.
Mark Cannizzaro from the New York Post. This is for Dwayne. Can you bring us back a little bit to decision to leave St. John's and what it was about San Diego State and how you feel like it's all worked out for you?
My mom's had got kind of sick and had to have surgery, so I just came back for her benefit, so she'll be able to still, just come down the freeway and watch my games. So that was like one of the main reasons why I left St. John's. But coming to San Diego State, Coach Fish, he's a legend in college basketball. He knows how to deal with the big players and egos and just bring a good group of guys and make them play as one. So that was my main reason why I came to San Diego State, because of Coach Fish.
We're going to go in the back, but real quick, just a reminder, please identify yourself and your affiliation when you ask your question.
Paul Cicala, News 4, KVOA, NBC, Tucson, Arizona. Xavier and Josh, could you guys talk about your first matchup and the defensive intensity that Arizona brought at you in San Diego? And secondly, how obviously you have a lot of similarities when it comes to defense and how you rank nationally as well, and how that helps you, in a sense, deal with such a tough defense in Arizona.
They're very long, very athletic, similar to us. They really rebound the ball very well. So that's one of the things we do, and they're very good in transition. So
Yeah, kind of what Josh said. With the first game, they got a lot of offensive rebounds on us. We didn't box out real well, but we learned from that. And also when we penetrate, they get their hands. Still a lot of basketball. So we just got to be aware of that. Take care of the ball and rebound and get back in transition.
Go here in the front row and then back over there.
Karen Krause, New York Times. A question for Josh, since you mentioned Coach Fisher. What is the quality that he brings to coaching that you have most respect or have come to appreciate?
He's instills belief in all of his players. I mean, we can go out there and play as hard as we can for him, for the team. I mean, it's just something about him that, we can just work as hard as we can and know that he's always trying to help us and believes in us.
Dwayne or Xavier, you want to talk about Coach Fisher at all?
Oh, I mean, just like Josh said, he just puts the most confidence and belief in you. You could go out and miss your first 5 shots, but, Coach Fisher's going to be right there to say, you got this next one, you're going to make the next one. So, even when times is hard, for example, in the New Mexico game, when we played them at San Diego, even though we were down by 16, Coach Fish just had that belief in us that we could come back and that we could do it, and we did just that.
Doug Howler, Arizona Republic. Xavier, obviously everyone in high school wants to score. When you get into college, and particularly with this team, how difficult is it to kind of transition to a mindset that, we're not going to outscore people, we're just going to hold them defensively and make it difficult for them?
Well, for me, it wasn't too difficult. For me growing up, my favorite player was Gary Payton. My mom and dad, made me play defense, if I wanted to play basketball. So I think that's what it is for everybody here on our team. We love playing defense. We know offense is going to come, but we know if we want to win, win big, we got to play defense.
Go right here in the front row.
Rashawn Haylock, Fox Sports West. Dwayne, what was it like during Akil's transition? I mean, how much did you talk to him just in terms when he decided to transfer to San Diego State? And he said he stayed at your house for a little bit too. What was that like?
Well, Akil was in a difficult situation because his school, I think, was going on postseason probation. So I just kind of reached out to him. I brought him out to San Diego. He came and played open gym with the team, and he loved it. We accepted him with open arms, and he just got real close with us. And he said, "Man, I'm trying to transfer. Whatever I got to do, I'll walk on, pay for school." And his whole first year he was here, he worked his tail off. So that's a testament to him. He paid for school, and eventually, Coach Fish blessed him with a scholarship, and now he's in the position he's in.
We have time for one more question. Go ahead. We'll go right back up front here.
The employee, the what was it called? The national labor. The whole thing about that is making a differentiation between whether you're student athletes or employees of a university. So do you guys consider yourselves student athletes or employees? Starting with Dwayne.
Student athletes, because, at the end of the day, I know my goal is to get a degree. I'm pretty sure Josh wants to get a degree. I know X wants to get a degree. So, we need something to fall back on because we can't play basketball till we're 60 and 50 years old. So, I think we're still student athletes because, at the end of the day, we want that degree to fall back on.
We all want to play pro basketball, but at the same time, like you said, we always need something to fall back on. And schools provide a great education. So I would say student athlete.
Yeah, me too as well. Student athlete, especially with my mom being a teacher. We all got to go to class and do things like that. So, and I for sure want to graduate as long as everybody else does on our team as well. So, student athlete.